Hey everybody, welcome back to Lemon Branch DIY. Today we're going to work on our tropical plants if you have them outside during the summer months and want to take them inside your house. Stick with me and I'm going to show you what to do to prevent bugs and to be able to preserve your tropical plants. Okay you guys, we have these tropical hibiscus. We absolutely love them. They are beautiful during the summer months and you can just leave them outside, no problem. But where we live, it starts to get pretty cold during the winter time. So there's a couple things that we have to do to make sure that these things aren't going to die. So once the temperature starts to drop below 50 degrees in the evening, like at night, overnight, what we will do is we'll bring them into the garage where it's warmer, and then if it's still like a 70-degree day, we'll bring them back out so that they have the sunshine. But that's great until it really turns wintertime and you just can't keep doing that because it drops below 50 degrees even during the day. So what we have to do is we want to take them in the house so that we don't lose these. These are so pretty. We want to try and preserve them for the next year. So what we have to do first is there's a couple different steps. We're going to first wash them off. We're going to try and clean everything off as best we can to try and get the bugs out of it because we don't want to introduce a bunch of bugs into the house. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we're going to wash it off with a hose. Then we're going to mix up some of this BioAdvanced insect disease and mite control. You will notice that on the hibiscus, they are famous for mites and different kinds of aphids, different insects that actually get on the leaves and things like that. Well, we don't, first of all, it's not healthy for the plant, but second of all, we don't want it in the house. So we're going to mix up a mixture of this BioAdvanced insect disease and mite control, and we're going to do a series of spraying on that. Then once we're done with that, then we are going to put some of this flying insect trap. We're going to put one in each one of them so that even if it comes in the house, it'll attract any insects that do make it past all these steps. And so I'm going to show you how I do that. So then once we're in the house, then we've got to have some place that when we water it, we don't want it just to drain all over the place. So we're going to just get some of these little discs. They will go underneath. Once we water it, the water will catch in this dish and then it won't leak all over the floor. So first thing we're going to do though, let's get hosing things off. So I'm just taking the hose and I'm just going to use it on the shower setting. And we're going to just hose things off from the top to the bottom. And then we want to make sure we hose underneath and spray back up underneath the leaves as well. While we're waiting, we're going to mix up some of this BioAdvanced. Now I've shown another video, and I'll leave a link to this video of how I use this to spray off all the aphids and things like that. So we're just going to use this exact same thing again. The mixture is 2.67 ounces to 1 gallon of water of this concentrate. So just to make it easy, I'm going to 3 ounces. It's okay if it's a little bit more, a little bit stronger. And I'm just going to put it into my little sprayer. And one thing that I will say I always do, I always put just some tape and I label it so that I always know that these two go together. So let's go ahead and you shake this up really good first. Go ahead and do 3 ounces of this guy. So there's 3 ounces. And now we'll fill it up with water. Okay, so now that we've kind of got this prepped a little bit, we want these leaves to dry off a little bit. So before we start putting this insect control on it, it will stick on the leaves. So we'll give this a minute for it to dry, and then we'll come back and hit it with the BioAdvanced. Okay, so now it's time to start putting the BioAdvanced on. We've given it time for it to dry. If you're a little bit worried about it and you're not sure, just give it a little shake and see if, yeah, there's no water coming off. It's nice and dry. So what we're going to do is same thing. We're going to go from the top, just spray everything on the top. Then we're going to turn this underneath and come up from the bottom to get everything from underneath the leaves as well. Since I do know that there's a little bit of an aphid issue going on right here, I'm going to actually start with spraying those aphids. And I'm just going to get them right off. And what's crazy is unlike the hose, when you spray this, it actually cleans them right off. So when we go like this, I'm going to actually adjust the nozzle just a little bit so it sprays more like a spray instead of coming out jet. So you can You don't want it to come out completely like a jet. But I'm gonna get all those aphids really, really good. And anywhere that we see any of those aphids, I'm just gonna blast them, okay? So now that I've got that done, we'll just start at the top. And we're just gonna spray this all over. So I like to go from the top down, because then I can kind of see where we've been and where we haven't. Okay, then I'm gonna flip the sprayer upside down, and I'm gonna come back and spray right back up underneath the leaves. Okay, so one thing that I failed to do on the other one is I'm just gonna spray the dirt really good as well, just so if there's any eggs or any other bugs that are down inside here. I'm just gonna really coat it really good in here. We'll go around the whole pot and just spray the trunk. We'll spray everything because we don't want any bugs in the house. Okay, so we're gonna let this now dry. And once this is dry, then we'll come back and we're gonna do a second coat of this. Okay, so round 2, exactly the same as what we did before. We'll start going up high and then we'll just come back down. So like I said, you do wanna wait in between applications to make sure everything is totally dry so that this new layer will actually adhere and stick to the leaves. Okay, so the second application is on. Now, I do realize that we're using a chemical. If you did not want to use a chemical and you want to do something that's a little bit more organic, you can use neem oil. It's N-E-E-M, neem oil, and that will help with this as well. So that's kind of your organic solution to this. But now that we've got this on, we're gonna let this dry one more time. Okay, so now everything's done, it's dry. Now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put these little hot shot flying insect traps in each one of them. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to set one right here in the dirt next to the trunk there. Now that we're to this point, what we will do is I'm gonna leave them in my garage for the next couple days just to make sure that all the insects are completely dead. If you do see something flying around or you see any more of those aphids or anything, you can do another application or two. It's not gonna hurt. Just go ahead and make sure you get that all done, taken care of before you take it in the house. And then the only thing left that when we do take it in the house, I'm just gonna take one of these guys and we'll just stick it in like that. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That means the world to us. We have all kinds of DIY videos and helpful hints. So stay tuned for our channel because we have tons of stuff coming out all the time. If there is something that you don't know how to tackle and want us to give it a shot, leave us a comment down below, as well as any other questions that you might have. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next project.